What are you, the brakes off the Titanic? I mean, if you are, how'd you get up here, little guy? Your boat's down there. That probably the reason this wheel's locked up. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Right here, 1972 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia. The slowest sports car Volkswagen has ever made. Personal business car. Yeah, they're not fast. Anywho, what we're doing in this episode, brakes. Yes, all the way around. That's all four hoofs we're gonna work on. Disc brake car in front, obviously. I think past 67 was a disc car. I could be wrong. Anyway, disc brakes in the front, drums in the back. We're gonna put all new hardware and shoes and lines and cylinders in the back. We're just doing a pad slap and lines in the front of this one. Customer complaint on this car is one of the rear wheels smokes after about 5 minutes of driving, and well, there's no brakes. Oh, master cylinder too. Yeah, we're gonna pretty much almost everything except the front calipers. I probably jinxed myself because we might end up doing it, but if they're gonna hold, we're gonna keep them. With that said, let's what am I gonna do? Let's do the funnest of them first. Let's start in the back, and we'll do the front. I'm saving on doing the master. Not looking forward to this. Let's get to the back and start ripping off these wheels. Stay tuned. All right, guys. Car obviously in the air. I got the hubcap off. Gonna get this off, but I'm assuming this is the wheel that is smoking. The reason I say that is, well, I mean, if you can hear it, the brake is sounding like it's engaged. So, yeah, I'm hoping it's just out of adjustment and all the other stuff's good and nothing like came apart like the shoe. Because then it's going to be even more fun to get this drum off. But yeah, you don't want them that tight. Curious how all this is going to cooperate. Also, hopefully all the, because I didn't cross-reference, all the parts, or all the shoes are correct for his car because customer supplied. And I'll take my customer's word that they bought the right components. Come on, you know you want to. You got in there somehow. What are you doing? One piece at a time. All right. Hoping that's just slipped and that's going to come off super easy now. That noises. All right, main nuts off. Those were barely tight. Knock off these lugs, get this wheel off so I can get up. These are either two spec or just on there, because I mean this not even struggling, which is nice. Bam, let me get the tire off, wheel off, whatever. Stay. Get a screwdriver. Ooh, the plugs are back here. Nice. This car is in really good condition, actually. But let me back off these adjusters and see if this thing will slide off. I'm hoping. Oh, man. Good thing we're replacing these soft lines. But yeah, all right, let's see if I can slide it now. Yes, sir. Nice. One drum. Doesn't look bad. That's good. What does all in here look like? He's moist. Here, let me bring you guys in. Beeps. All right. Dirty, of course. Not as bad as I was thinking. The shoes actually look... Oh, see that? This is why we don't like overheating brakes. Or... Oh, also wheel cylinders leaking. So we're going to replace that. But this pad right here could have been a world of hurt for me. The other side's sort of stuck. Leaking brake system. This is the reason I said in most of my videos, I think, that I've ever done brakes. If they've been contaminated, I do not run it. Not saying this is why this one failed, but brake fluid likes to eat the stuff. So, if this would have came off, it would have been a bear to get this drum off. So, all right, let's strip this guy down. Everything, you know, other than back up some. Come on, you're right in my. I'm not paying you guys. But let me strip this thing down. It's a good thing we're going to replace the soft line. I'll bring in here when I do it because this thing is shot. It's beyond crusty. Oh. Why did you know it? I think I got the wrong soft line. That would be on me. Crap. Did I? We'll meander that bridge when we get there. If not, I think I do have lines that will work. I definitely did. Shoot. All right, let's do springs. You stay. Hopefully I don't need you. Pop these springs off. Out of here. Fine. I don't have my needle nose. So, you're getting replaced. Get off. Thank you. That can stay on that side. Handy dandy too. Yeah. I am going to replace all this hardware with new, just because, but I will save these things, the brake pad keepers, because for some reason, some of the kits do not have the right size pins, spring holder keeper pins. Why? I don't know. The car's only been made forever. But let's get that out. Shoe. Yeah, goodbye. I really gotta start cleaning up my messes. E-brake rod, keep that on there. Let me get the lever out and then I'll be right back to you. Well, and I can get it out now. It's hopefully not going to be a complete bear. These things stink sometimes. That enough? Ow! My pride. There we go. No. Still no. Yes. Yeah, yes. All right. Get that out. Get this thing out. Let's get some shoes. No, let's not get some shoes. Let's make a mess by, we'll just leave that there so I lose it. Let's get this wheel cylinder out, because this is hard line. I'm going to purge the system anyway, and I don't care if, you know, the thing leaks. So let's get this thing loose now. Are you newer or older? You're older. You should be a 7. Pull your bleeders. I think I've said this in every one of my videos, but I like to revisit the topic every time. Pull the bleeders. This way you get access to that bottom nut. Sorry, distracted. You get access to the bottom nut a lot easier. Less chance of, rounding it. Well, there's fluid in here. Little bit of floor dry. By that I mean whatever I have on the floor. There. Easy. Looking at this, scar, I think I said it already. It's surprisingly clean. It's still surprising me. I don't know why it hasn't got anywhere. It hasn't got any dirtier since my last statement. But you know what? Weirder things could have happened. Nut off. Just stay. Wheel cylinder. Why? You're stuck. And remove. And remove now. Remove more gooder. That hasn't been off in a while. Which is a good thing. Means it didn't fail. But you can tell, by the way that it is. Shoe is leaking. All right, cleaned a little bit of, spray bomb restoration. Let's start getting this thing slapped together. Wheel cylinder. Well, that dries because it's still wet. Because of course it is. New cylinder. Throw that on the floor, New cylinders, like I said, you can always tell if they're new because these are usually 8s and not the 7s. I guess what I'm trying to say is the parts house doesn't carry the factory original nipples. I put a vacuum plug on there just so it wouldn't, just keep making messes. What the hell was that? I don't know either, guys. Anywho's. Let's tighten up this back nut or line. Either this line, I'm going to say this line has either been replaced before or this wheel cylinder has been replaced before because this line, the bubble fitting that's on it, she is, good. It's mushroomed like crazy. So I'm really surprised it came apart. But that's on. Let's throw that bleeder back in. All right, shoes. Let's do the shoes. You can tell it's drying nicely. I thought I went with gloss. Apparently I went with satin. So, I don't know. To each his own, I guess. Anyway, let's get some shoes. I don't think sorry, brain fart. I don't think I've had a set of brake, shoes in a while that this pin actually fits through. They're just not happy. I don't know if it's the coating they use because that bit is about the same size and they pretty much run through. But I don't know if it's the coating they use or what. But they just don't want to press. And I'm not a big fan of, smacking the crap out of them. So, all right, parking brake lever. You're going to die. Let me get you, hold on, battery's dying. Let me get you on. Oh, well, here's one. Seamless transition. I gotta find another battery for my drill. Beeps. Boops. Uh-oh. Boops it. Charging. Yes. Anywho, you know what I was saying. Oh, yeah. I haven't had one that, you know, goes in a while. Where's that clip? Like I said, or at least from O'Reilly's. It always seems like I gotta, you know, just clean out whatever coating they're using. Make sure you put in your parking brake thing. You know, clip holder. Ooh, that is dirty. All right, what was I doing? Yes, that. Okay. Let my tool do things. No, there we go. Oh, you're in. No, now you're out. Now you're through the whole thing. What'd you do? What'd I do? Well, now it's stuck forever. How did I do this? I've never done this one. Well, this is going well. Oh, shoot. Ugh. All right, good old vice grips. Hook a line. That all looks good enough. Push and turn. Push, turn. All right. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, I'm okay with running that. That'll be fine. That's on. Let's get the front. All right, throw in a parking brake shoe. The spring's on. I don't know if I should. It went on easier. I should have showed that one. Parking shoe or engagement, pawl, spreader, device. Yes, just like that. Spring. Probably not going to cooperate either. Yeah, you're not going to go on that way. So I'm not under there for 3 hours, which isn't going to happen. But what are we doing? Top of this one? Bottom of this one? Yeah. I'm not going to set final drag. All I'm doing right now is setting some drag. Like I was saying, not going to set final drag. I just want to get, you know, so it's a little on there. Shoes still need to be settled. Obviously, the drum needs to be bled, all that stuff. Line has to be changed. So, plus I got to get this nut back on. So let me zip this thing together, button this side up, and yeah, I guess I'll do the other side and you'll join me in the front, unless I find something fun on the other side. So yeah, at least we know what the drag issue is on this side. I've seen worse, but all right. Stay tuned. Like I said, you'll probably join me up front. I wasn't recording when I pulled this off, but yeah. That's the old drum there on the floor. I don't know how well it picks up, but she's just smoked. No pads either side. Surprisingly enough, I know the owner said he didn't like driving it because I think the other drum saved them. This drum is actually decent. It's not chewed up. Figure if it was, it'd be bad. This cylinder also leaking. So I'm going on these pads separated, most likely because it's had a leaky cylinder for a while. But let me keep on keeping on. I'll get this thing stripped out, get the new shoes in, and then, like I said, you'll join me in the front. But yeah, leaking wheel cylinders, a real thing. All right, front brakes. You know, the whole unit. I usually don't not do what the customer wants, but looking at these pads, they look brand freaking new. I will pop them out and inspect them. I have new ones, but looks like it had a brake job and yeah, just was never used. Or used limitedly. Just want to compress this piston some. What I'm doing is prying on the ear of the pad and on the rotor itself, just to, ow, stab myself in the arm to, you know, compress this piston back. But yeah, if these are good, I'm not gonna replace them, because why? I'll inspect them. Pop those pins out. One pin, two pin. Retainer guy. Yeah, those are new. Like, brandy new. I mean, yeah, they have some wear on them, but I don't know. I'm gonna grab the new ones. Slide pins look good. All right, let me grab the new ones and shove this in, or I'll just put them in. Why not? I mean, I'll give him the old ones in the box, so he'll have spares regardless. All right, brand new pads. Let's throw them in here. I have them. They don't fit. Why don't they fit? Come on, wiggle, wiggle. There you go. One pad. These are tight. They'll go. Taps, taps. There we go. That'll fit. And there's jiggle wiggle, so that's good. So I make sure the pin runs where the pin needs to run, and it will. And now I got stuck. Where'd my little guy go? All right. Shoot. Ugh. All right. Pins. Oh, please, I gotta find that spring clip. The, you know, whoop, whoop, put her downer. 1 second. Found it. Just where I left it. But anyway, get that out of the way. Shh. Throw this down. Slide pins over the top. Slide pin over the top. Tap them home. Get them aligned and tap them home. one. That's the other one. Seated. You need a little loving. In. All right, pads installed. Guess we'll do this line. It looks fairly new. By fairly, it's probably in like the 80s. When were you made? 86. It's only 34 years old. Scratch that, it's only 37 almost years old. I don't know, it's in the 30s. I say that because the 86 is, I really should know how old I should be at this point. But anyway, let me grab the new line, grab some wrenches, and we'll pop this thing off. One thing I noticed, actually, I double checked it before grabbing the line because this bottom pin went in easy and it came out easy. It didn't have the little capture acorn weird looking thing. Drilled 2 holes on this, not going to affect braking whatsoever or durability. Ran some safety wire through to, I don't know if you'll be able to see. Can you? Where am I putting it? Yeah. Ran some safety wire through, underside of that pin. Just gonna tighten it off so that something holds the pin. I'm happy I actually looked at it and just didn't say, oh, it's good, I had a brake job. Because, yeah, it didn't have a capture back there. So that pin would have, left the chat. So now that pin's held in, it's, underside wrapped around or whatever. So it won't go anywhere. I'm going to recommend new pins just so that it'll be, correct. But as far, just go anywhere. As far as a safety and liability standard, this is going to be fine. Come on. I'm going to be the next one to work on. I'm going to be mad when I get stabbed. Anyway, so yeah. So now that pin, if it slides, it's going to stop. It's going to do pretty much what it's supposed to do. Just, well, with extra stuff. Stainless steel, 041 safety wire. It ain't going anywhere. Top one has the acorn. I'm going to recommend 2 new pins. Probably the same thing on the other side. I haven't got there yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be the same. But I am now happy. I did pop these pads out. All right. Now let me get wrenches. All right, I got tools. Let's break this thing first to see, how much. All right, perfect. Broke loose. All right, now let's fight with the line. Come on. There. Ow. Oh, broke. Broke loose, that is. Yeah, you can't see what I'm doing. I had to move you. Bumped a bunch of settings on the camera. But, yeah, these stupid clips that hold the line on, sometimes they cooperate and they just come off. Other times, nah, not so much. This is going on the not so much side. Where'd my hammer go? I had it, and then I lost it. Anywho's, there we go. Yeah, these little retainers. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes, not so much. How can I just get everything off? I'm going to keep getting this brake line off, and when I get it off, I'll show you putting the new one on. Because everybody, hey, you're in the way a bit. Not going to lie. Be right back. But, all right, finishing up the line loosening. Get it out of there. Get out. All right. There we go. That's out. This line, jiggles, wiggles, and rotates. That's out. Tastes good, and it was still free flowing. Where's the date stamp on this? 9 of 88. So yeah, bit old, like me. Slam this new one in. You know, just tear the crap out of it. This one is from 2022, brand new. Well, affixed the brand new, affix, attach, whatever, what have you. Well, attach when you attach. Why aren't you attaching? The other one came off. Come on. There we go. We will affix this to this. So we figure out where it's happy with its angle of dangle. And then we'll just bloop it onto the thing that I have leaking all over the place currently. Because that's going well. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. And one more. Torta. Now we'll just shove this line onto this. And, you know, redo what I undid. Boop. Done. Sides in. Check. Full range of motion. Make sure the hose isn't like binding or hitting or doing something weird. It is not. It looks good. It's free. Perfect. Let me crack these bleeders, see what we got going on. Oh, that's already rounded. That's great. What about the bottom? Bottom one moves. Well, that's a good thing. It's a good thing. What I'm going to do is hopefully the bottom one's clear. I'm going to take the bottom one and stick it into the top to facilitate in bleeding of this braking system when I go to bleed this braking system. Because I actually can get a wrench on the bottom and get it to loosen. If it's clogged, it's clogged. I can clean it out. It's probably clogged. No, she flows. Where are my vice grips? Hopefully I can get this top out. And this top will just be a plug for said bottom. Come on. There we go. Nice. Done. If this one is the bottom, where's the bottom? There we go. And I'll put the bottom one in the top. Like I said, this way I can get a wrench on it and facilitate. Perfect. It is leaking. Ease into bleeding when I have to go crack these screws. Find it weird that the bottom wasn't leaking. All right, snug it down with these. Let me hose this thing off. This side's done. You know, make sure we don't have any leaks right now. I'll knock out, ooh, new shocks. Fancy. I'll rock out the other side, knock out the other side, and yeah, do the rears because I have the lines. So, give me a minute. You'll join me in the rears unless I see an uh-oh on the other side of this front. All right, other side is, oh, tight squeeze. Other side is done. You know, all put together. New pads. Yeah, the old ones are right there. New pads, new line, so on and so forth. This side's wrapped up. Let's move on to, come on, get out of the way. We're gonna move on to the back and do, you know, what was that? And have fun getting these soft lines off because I know they're gonna be a pain. I mean, really, not that bad. We'll do, I guess we'll do this side. I have the soft lines. Yeah, I picked them up. Brain fart. I'm getting old. Like those brake lines that I just removed from the front. Anywho's, let me get some wrenches and we'll start taking this thing apart. Should go hopefully fairly simple. see that now, but the what goes into the connector Y block, no T block, junction block up here, usually is a pain to break loose. Hopefully that cooperates. Everything else so far so okie dokie. But all right, let me get my wrenches back here, and then we'll start ripping this thing apart. Also, maybe get a little more altitude on this car. All right, I'm going to try my best to show you things, but the first thing I'm going to do is crack this line from the junction, because usually they're the most pain in the butts. Can I get an extra swing? Maybe. And let me get a wrench on there. Because they're only on sheet metal, stamp. They're only on stamp steel, sheet metal, whatever, like a little L bend. So when you go to try to break them, they would try to rotate. I think I showed this part on the little better on the orange Beetle I did when I replaced those. But just got a vice grip. You guys really can't see anything. But vice grip, on that junction, I'm just going to hopefully just break it loose. Man. Cool. There it goes. All right. I'm good with that. Keep that loose. Keep that loose, and let me move. Drop the car down. I'll break the fitting. Hell, I could do it all from under here. What am I doing? Said before, I hate recording under the cars. But we'll break this line loose now. What are you on the backside? I can never remember. 17. Get this guy broke loose. There we go. Swap wrenches to an open. Makes things quicker. I usually break them with the line wrench just so hopefully I don't round the threads. And I'll just go back because they're loose with a normal, open box end, and just get them off. But all right, let me get this line off. Up this line out. Spinning out of the backside. That sounds crunchy. Old line, this line definitely, seen better days. Let me get the new one, shove that thing in. All right, new line, 2022 line. Yeah, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but just pretend. Gonna snake this guy back up in to the fitting. Wow, that went way too easy. Get a tighten on that. All right, line's tight up here. We'll affix this into here, like so. Like so. Get a bite. There we go. Tighten it down. Line wrench. Again, this way, hopefully not gonna, round the threads off. Someone's definitely replaced all these before, obviously. The brake lines were all in 88, and whoever did replace them, they did put the moon tune on these things. So I'm hoping after they're snugged, they, you know, honestly don't leak. Line wrench 17. Because that'd be bad. I'm snugging them a little harder than I normally do, just due to the fact that, yeah, they're, all the tips on these things are pretty much mushroomed. You know, which, you know, isn't ideal for brake lines, especially for the sealing aspect. I don't know why you guys over tighten them. All right, gonna probably be ending this episode on a cliffhanger, because that's always great. Turns out, you'll be able to see up in here, but the T, where is this thing? Where's my hand? Anyway, the T that we did on the other side. Can we cooperate, please? Yeah. Anyhow, the T's stripped. Pop the old one out, and that's a new one in there right now. But pop the old one out, and well, it popped out in an exploding fashion. I was hoping it was just a line break. It wasn't. It was the fitting actually breaking. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the T fittings. I got the I got inlines, you know, butt to butts, but I don't have the T. But I need that. So brakes, I guess we're not going to finish today. Great. You get the master in though. Let me get a brake fitting on order. Hopefully I'll have it this week. But we'll get the master in and then leave you on the cliffhanger for you know, if they work. Because now I'm on a cliffhanger. Man, it sucks. I've said it in countless of my videos that working on these old cars, you never know what you're gonna get into. Like I said, all these lines, I mean, from 88, it looks like, or 87 or 86 or whatever 80 I said. Someone's been in here before, obviously, and all the hard lines are mushrooms. Someone put the moon tune on them. I've said in all my videos, you don't really need to crank them down that hard. It's a flared fitting for a reason. But with that said, that could have been busted or just weak. I don't know. But that really blows. Let's get this master out. And you know, keep on pressing on what what I have a master. Let's get that going. I'm not going to completely stop due to the fact that oh no, I have one broken line. Man, it really does suck. And you know, I feel your pain too when you're in a project and stuff like this happens to you. Happens to me too. But you know, you try to prevent, think of everything you can possibly think of that could go wrong, and well, you miss it. I'm wondering if I can get one in stock. These have been cut before too. Nice. But anyway, I wonder if O'Reilly's or somebody has T-fitting in stock. Just something that'll work, so I can finish this up. But with that said, that rear is going to be out of commission until I actually get the proper fitting and mount it. No, that side's it's a bear to do. But let's start on this master. Let's do some other things that possibly can bite me in my butt. It's a good plan. It's going well so far. I was so optimistic. Good news. Everything moved. Anyway, walking under the lift. Good news. Down but not out. Completely forgot I had an IRS chassis sitting on top of a Buick outside. Had fitting. So let me rip this thing off and yeah, clean this guy out because she's a little cruddy, but it'll work. Let me get this prepped. I'll get this thing in, and then we'll do the front. What a bear! Don't throw your stuff out, guys. You never know when you'll need it. All right, got the old block out, and yeah, I don't know how well it'll pick up in the camera, but all those threads are pretty nuked. New one looks good. Let me shove this thing in, and yeah, wrap up, I guess, the rear, I hope, and then maybe we'll do the master. Don't know how long this video is running yet, but let me get this thing in, get this all plumbed, and I guess I'll ramble in the next scene. Up front, rear's taken care of. Hopefully that fitting works. You're not really going to be able to see stuff. Master cylinder, you know, it's hiding, you know, all the way back there. First thing we're going to do is, well, put my light where I can sort of see something. Sort of. Possibly. Just go somewhere. What are you doing? There. Perfect. Money. But first thing we're going to do is crack. Maybe you can see. Nah, you really can't see anything. I'm going to crack all the lines on the master. At least they're loose. And then I'll crawl into the cabin. Loosen the master from the firewall. Loosen all these lines. Pop it off. It's pretty, like I said, it's pretty straight. They're pretty straightforward. I've done them. You know, master changes on this channel before, so we'll just pop this thing off. You know, granted, it's never been on a Ghia. It's the same thing as a, you know, Beetle, Super Beetle, so on and so forth. Masters are different, obviously, but the technique and procedures exactly the same. So let me get this thing taken apart, and yeah, I'll get back to you, I guess, with the installation part of this. All right, guys, master's in. I saved you, you know, the amazingness of watching me play sausage getting this thing in here. But let me show you what I got going on. Ugh, shaky camera. New master installed, lines attached. I had to run 2 new lines because, yeah, the steel factory lines and the rubber, you know, little connectory things, they were not bonita. They did not feel bonita. They were not bonita. They were dry, rot, and cracked. So I just ran new rubber all the way up to the master. So they'll be fine now, hopefully. What am I doing now? Anywho, what I'm going to do now, fill up the master, see how bad this whole system leaks, and, you know, bleed it. Hopefully we'll be, oh, click. Hopefully there won't be any leaks. We can bleed it. Actually scratch that first. Let me run the drums in the back all the way in, out, and then we'll bleed the system. So I know I have them, you know, just in to slide the shoe, so or slide the drum over. So let me adjust them all the way in, and I'll lower the car and fill the system, check for leaks. Hopefully there's none, and then bleed it. So stay tuned. I will be right back. All right, got the move you guys down a bit. All right, got the rear drums. They're both adjusted and they're locked, so they're touching so the drum doesn't move. One or two things I do that for. One, it helps center the pad, and hopefully after they're done bleeding. Also, it doesn't let the cylinder expand as much. But when they're done bleeding, hopefully they're, you know, they've shifted around and positioned enough to where they're in adjustment. I will go back, obviously, even if they feel right, to make sure they are. But anyway, filled up. Doesn't seem like I have any wet lines yet. I have the bleeder cracked on that screw, back corner. Let me start pumping, see what happens. Got like 15-ish pumps or whatever. Yeah, we got fluid. Looks like there's still some air, but that's fine for right now. I'm gonna get the other side bled, and then I'll come back to this side. It is a dual master, so it really doesn't matter what the front's doing versus the back. I'll get all the air out of driver's side, mainly because I can see it. I'll come back, rebleed this side, get any residual out. Just the way I do it. Is it right? Who knows? All right, backs are bled. Let me do the front. See what happens up here. Hopefully we start getting fluid. Well, the passenger side is bleeding. That was fairly fresh, you know, what residual was in here. That all came out of this caliper. They haven't been working in a while. I'm recommending 2 new calipers in the front. Will they work? Possibly. I mean, I'm going to drive it, but how long? Don't know. Don't know if the seal's going to blow. hey, they might last the life of the car. I'm not going to say that, but I am going to make a recommendation to replace both front calipers. Let me do the driver's side, flush that one more time, and see if this thing has brakes. I'll check the backs, make sure there's, all the air is out of it, so on and so forth, no leaks. But stay tuned, figure I'll give you an update. But yeah, that caliper, pretty dirty. This thing didn't have brakes or had hardly any brakes when it showed up. So, indexer, and let's see if they work. They should. Pedals rock hard, firm. This thing still sort of runs, so I haven't started in forever. It is in here for a general tune-up as well. Try this again. You gonna spin? Now it's rotating. A little too tight on the adjustment. Brakes. Stop. Start. Contact. Go. Try this again. Brakes. Stop. Go. Sort of. Ow. Punch the dash. Stop. Go. So there you have it. Nice and brakes done. Nice bled. Everything's working. I won't know how effective they are until I drive the thing. But that'll be in part 2. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up this 1972 Ghia brake job. What did we do? We got new wheel cylinders, springs, and lines in the back. Bled the system. New master and front pads and front soft lines. So all the soft lines got replaced. All the pads got replaced, and the shoes in the back and the springs. Everything looks good. The brakes work. Surprisingly enough, the brake light switch works. New to me. The brake light on the dash is on. I don't know what's up with that, but I might have to look into it. But we'll see how well these brakes work. Obviously, it's going to sit, pretty much till I get wheels back on it, blah, blah, blah. Part 2 of this thing, diagnose the fuel gauge, it's not working, and just a general tune-up, and then we'll go out for a drive. Obviously, it runs. It just needs a little bit of help. What else do we got? Yeah, think that'll wrap this one up. If you like this episode, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. If you do, I promise you, we will chit-chat. As always, thanks for watching, and have a good day.